Audio Jungle.
Hello, my name is Deaunte Iverson. I am the Executive Director of Engineering and Project Management. I am born and raised from Inglewood, veteran of the United States Navy. I've done a handful of community work, and I am passionate about helping the Special Forces veterans and the projected growth of everything we have in our midst, I'll say. I'm a father of 2 and 1 on the way. Married for 8 years now. I have an extensive background in diesel engineering as well as hands-on experience with both diesel and regular conventional engineering. I don't just offer that when I bring things to the table. I believe growth is a large part of being a part of any business. You got to be able to grow with the business as well as help the business grow. I'm at this point, I pretty much am going to open the floor for questions.
How did you and Al get connected?
After becoming homeless for the second time of coming out of the military, I ended up getting in touch with one of my caseworkers who told me about this building. And this is before they finished finalizing the building and everything. And then I came here, got in, and I saw Al at the front desk speaking to the security officer. And I thought he was a bit odd in terms of his approach, because I'm born and raised in the city. So when we talk to you, we don't usually come straightforward, happy, smiling, and begin a conversation. He actually was doing that with the security officer at the front desk. So I was like, wow, this guy's bold. And I was like, he asked me a question. He said, yeah, man, because we Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? And I said, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And I did understand the concept, but I didn't know why he was mentioning it. And he went ahead and told me that, I'll talk to you later, man. And I left, and it took a couple of months, I believe. We stopped to talk again. He told me about an idea he had. The first idea was about an invention, which I'm not going to, of course, talk about on camera. The second one was about this organization. And he said he'd been working on it for 10 years. I'm like, 10 years? So it must be big already. He said it never really caught ground and it didn't get any real traction. And I said, you know what? The idea is big, it's important to vets. It won't take long or much energy. It'll grow legs. And I said about a lot of ideas that have the ability to become worldwide and have longevity. And the reason I knew this would is because it wasn't just about him. When I met him, I mean, his demeanor said that he's a man who doesn't matter struggle, who's willing to fight no matter what, and for something he believes in. And when I saw what it was about, I started to look at it differently. I knew it wasn't half cracked, and it was a real structured idea. And because I don't do cameras. I don't like being the eye of the storm, if you will. But when it comes to something I believe in, there's no stopping. And he was that. When I met him, I knew that's what this was.
Okay, what is your personal vision for this organization?
To literally stretch worldwide and make it impossible for the world to ever say a vet depends on anyone after we come out of the military. That we can literally fuel ourselves and our future, for not just us, but for our kids and their kids. Any other questions?
What is your input on homeless veterans, veteran homelessness in the country right now?
I apologize if I get too emotional during this part. At first, when I was serving, I had heard about it, and growing up, I seen a lot of homeless vets in my neighborhood, and I grew up in Inglewood. Some of them came from Desert Storm and even further back. But they had so much wisdom, and I respected each and every one of them. And coming out, I just never thought I would be in their shoes. I always thought that what they did was a choice. I thought homelessness, period, was a choice. And the one thing I learned is that it doesn't even take one bad situation to put you in a homeless situation. You can do all the right things and still end up homeless. You can literally work as hard as you want, give all you can to charity, and then use the rest to sustain yourself, and you'll still end up homeless. It just takes one moment of discord. Every human is built to withstand only so much pain. And when you got someone who's willing to fight for their country, you think they're indestructible. But we all have a breaking point. And my breaking point, I still don't, it took a while to understand it. A lot of going to meetings and talking back and forth with other vets. But coming out of the military, you're trained to have structure, to persevere, to have honor, amongst other things. And those things in the everyday life is not common. So when you come to someone asking for a job, and you come with honor, respect, the ability to grow the company beyond the average employee, they look at you as a threat immediately and they say no. And I started to look at the situation for homeless people, period. And I noticed that majority of them were vets. And it's because of that, because they would get to a job, they would come in, the job starts at, let's say, 9 o'clock. They'll show up at 7 just to do prep and make sure everybody else is ready. Then on top of that, when everybody leaves at 9:30 at night when the building shuts down, just off habit, they'll just check the areas around, make sure there's no one extra in the building. And it's not to overdo your part, as they say. It's to make sure that what you're doing is not just for that day. We make sure we do things for the long run. We prepare not just for today, but for the future. And I just couldn't see myself not being a part of this because the homeless veterans need us for the future.
Do you feel that that one struggle that veteran has, that this particular struggle, helps bring all veterans together from every race?
Well, one thing about vets is skin tone don't matter. If they're a vet and you know it, you'll jump in the trenches at the end of the day. But the one fight that will bring us together always is survival. We make sure that if you don't have food, we'll band together to get food for us. If you don't have family, we'll love you like you're our own. If you don't have money or a job or understanding of something, no matter what it is, we're gonna come together to find the best solution for the whole group, and you won't be left out.
Okay, do you have any last remarks or any words of inspiration for homeless veterans or veterans dealing with disabilities, mental disabilities, alcoholism, anything like that?
Yeah, I do. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I suffer from bipolar disorder and several other things. But the main thing is this: no matter how you feel on any given day, no matter who got your back or who don't, if you're alone, there's someone out here to help, that cares, not just there for a paycheck or just to get attention. They actually care about who you are, how to build you up and make a better future for you. And I can say that Special Place for Veterans as a whole is that.